And hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. So in the previous video I talked about, was it for loops? And in the previous video before that I talked a lot about list functions. Now, you might be wondering for yourself, what's a list function? Or more, what's a function in general? Because I've been talking about them, but I haven't really explained a function itself. Now, imagine if you wanted to write a piece of code and you wanted to call it multiple times in different places. So you can't use a for loop or a while loop to call it because they're going to be in different places. So you're going to have to copy and paste the code. So let's say I want to say print my name is Josh, and then print I am 17. Now, well, this is great. Let's say I have here 900 lines of code, and then again I want to use this. So then I'm gonna okay, I can probably go and paste that, and then here I have 90 lines of code, and I'm going to paste it again. And now I have to go here and I have to say, oh, okay, wait, no, my name is Netsu, not Joshua. Then you'll be like, oh wait, but now I have to go through 900 lines of code to find this again. So I can just say Netsu. Now, this is a very basic example, but you can really see how this is going to become really, really nasty to work with if you're going to print this 5-6 times over a 10,000 line piece of code. Very, very annoying. Now, we can actually create our own functions that will do this for us. So we can say def for define. And we can say something such as say hello. And everything put in here we can call later again. So we can say print and hello. So now if we go here and I say print and I say hello, it's going to call that function, and that's actually going to do it. And I can copy and paste this just how many times I want. So v, why didn't you create the extra line? Let's see, v, I can do that as many times as I want. And I can add more things, and I can say, let's say print hello, my name is Josh. And then I can say print I am 14 years old. Print will you be my friend? Friend. And now, with just saying one line of code, it's going to do that the entire time. So I can just remove that now, and I can just show this one. As you can see, it will execute that each and every time I call this function. So I just create my own function. So if you say something such as print, for example, print is a function. You say print, you put something in here, and it displays it out on the screen. If I'm going to show you what print does in C++ style, it basically does this. Or let's go C style. So it basically says printf and whatever you said. That's what it says when you say print. Because print is basically just, let's show you here, print. No, don't actually do this. If you say print, then in C, it does something such as printf, and maybe that's something like such a %s or something. I don't know C really. I know C++, and then whatever you said, whatever you put inside of print. This is what actually is being displayed. Because remember, Python is just a wrapper for C. But anyways, so that is basics of a function. Now you can actually put something inside of this. So you can actually say a name. And now if I go here and I say Lucas, run this, nothing's going to happen. But if I change this right here, my name is Josh, to name, then it's going to say my name is Lucas. And then I can change this. So I can say hello. And instead of Lucas, I can say near Jade Marcus. Now if I run this, for each and every one it's going to change the name for me, which is really, really nice. I can always give it a default value, so name is equal to Tim. So now if I don't want to put a name here, by default it's going to go to Tim. And if I put a name here, then it's going to change them to that. Then you can also go and you can add another one. So let's say age. And then instead of saying 14, let's just if this, instead of saying 14, you can go and say age. And now here I can say Lucas is 14. And now, oh wait, sorry, that's my fault. If something has a default argument attached to it, it would be wise of you to put it after something that does not have a default argument. So we can go, so if they just want to say 14 for the age, then it will work. So then we'll give him Tim and 14. So that's basically what that does. And then when you do that, then it changes the name as well. So now that's Lucas and they're 14 years old. If I make this 19, it's going to change Lucas's age to 19. And of course you can also give age a default value, so let's say 14. So if we run this, nothing's going to happen, but if we remove everything in here, it's going to revert back to its default. Now of course you can also put booleans and other things in there. This is just an example. You can like even make it say hello and whoever. But yeah, that's an example. So let's actually create another one. Let's say def sum. Let's create our own sum version, or our own version of sum. And then we can say num1 and num2. And then we say return num1 plus num2. Let's print this. Sum 20 plus 10. Now let's quickly check here. It says 30. Now how does this work? What is return? Return basically just returns these values. So if we don't say return, it's just going to add them together, but it's not going to send them back to the user or send them back to the code for later use. So if we say return, we can actually say this sum right here. We can actually do this. Age is equal to sum, and those two together, and then we can print age. If we do that, it's going to print 30. But if we don't say return, then it's going to throw an error because nothing is being given. Or not throw an error, it's just going to say none, which is a value that's basically saying nothing. So return basically just gives this back to us to use later on. Now just take note that returning something means basically instantly executing it. So if I go print hello, and I'll go here, print goodbye, and I do this, so then it's going to say hello, 30, and nothing else. That is because once it hits return, just like with the while loop when it hits break, it's going to just skip all of this and just going to exit immediately, because it already knows, hey, this is the end. But if we remove that, it's going to execute everything, if we can just indent everything correctly. And as you can see, it's going to basically do nothing. So yeah, that's something you can just keep note of. And of course, in here you can also have things like if statements. So if num1 is bigger than num2, then you can do something like return, and let's say num1 plus num2. But if it's not like that, you can say return num2 plus num1, which will do absolutely nothing different, but it will just, so we can actually make this in minus, so then we can show you there's a difference. So if we run this, nothing's going to happen. But if we, as soon as we make this one smaller, so if we go 9, then it's going to be 9 minus, or 10 minus 9. So yeah, you can put anything inside of here. It's just going to basically repeat code whenever you call this. And that's the basics of it. I hope you understood most of this at least, because I know getting into these things can be a little bit difficult, but if you train, then it won't be. So I recommend you actually write your own few functions and try and use them, make something with them. It can be really interesting. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed and understand what functions are, how they work, how you use them. I'll get deeper into them later, but for right now, just know that you can do this, and I hope you all will try and do this by yourself if you don't understand, or even go Google for some extra help. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and see you all in the next video.